Hi, I'm Andrea Claassen, and today we have a Pitta Pacifying workout. So if you are familiar with the doshas in Ayurveda, the Pitta tends to be the strong push, go, likes competitive things. But when Pitta's out of balance, what they really need is some self-care and some restoring to the body. So today we are actually going to do a nice, relaxing, restorative yoga sequence. So for this one, you actually are going to need a few props. A bolster, or any long pillow. A body pillow is totally awesome. 2 blocks. If you only have 1 block, that's totally fine. We can make do with 1, but a couple blocks would be great. I'm also going to have a blanket just because it is nice to kind of use towards the end. Not necessary, but if you do have a blanket, that's what you're going to be using that day. So first we're going to start off in a child's pose and a restorative child's pose. So if you do not have a bolster, you can just do regular child's pose, or if you want to do a little bit more restorative, we're going to grab that bolster. And so with restorative, it's going to be nice and relaxing. Once I get you into the posture, there will be silence and you kind of just get to be in your own head. Either you're saying that's awesome or that's not awesome, depending on what style of Pitta you are. So we're going to be in it for a few minutes. And so I just want you guys to use this time to connect with yourself and connect with your body. So if you have that bolster, go ahead and bring it between the knees. And you're going to sit up nice and tall. And we're just going to kind of fold over that bolster. If you have a block and that's too intense, you can always put a block up and do it like this. Forehead can be down on the mat or on the bolster, and ear to the bolster, whatever feels good to your body. But I just want you guys to tune in. And we're going to be here for about 2 minutes. You're just over halfway with the time. And you can ask yourself, where can I release a little bit more? Where can I let go just a little bit more? And then we're going to go ahead and exhale slowly, bringing those hands back up, walking those hands back, taking the bolster out. All right, so for our next one, we're going to use our bolster and our blocks. And so for this one, you can have your blocks up, taking one to the low edge like that, and we're going to do a little restorative twist. So we're going to start with our right hip aligned to the bolster, so our right hip's here. Now from here, we're going to either lay our right ear down onto the bolster. You can take it so you're up facing forwards, or you can twist that left ear down to the bolster. So really listening to your body and knowing which one you want to be in. And again, we're going to be here for about 90 seconds for this one on each side. So settling in, and if you ever get in too deep, taking that head to what feels good. And remember, we are doing restorative, so if it does not feel good, come out of it a little. There's no need to push. slowly start bringing that neck around, pushing into those hands, and then coming up. And we're just going to switch, so we're going to face forwards for just a second and just do a quick tree stump pose to release that back, letting that forehead come down. And then we're going to go ahead and switch sides, so bringing that left hip to the bolster, sitting up nice and tall. Same thing on this side, letting that left ear come to the bolster, that forehead to the bolster, or taking it around. And just because you did something on one side does not mean you have to on the other. So again, listening to what is best for your body. And again, 90 seconds here in this posture. And then slowly starting to come back out of that one, rolling that head around, pushing into those hands, and slowly turning those hips around, coming into tree stump pose again. Letting that head relax and release. And unwinding from that. And then next up, we're going to do a chest opener. And so for this one, we're actually going to stay where we are. Our hips are going to be right back to the back of that bolster. We're just going to fold over the bolster. And so from here, knees can be bent to help with that low back. You can straighten them if you want, or you can take it to a hip opener as well into Supta Baddha Konasana, letting those knees fall open, palms up to the sky. And again, if you want, you can always add a blanket. This is what I like to do for this pose. It gives me just feeling a little bit more groundedness in my midsection, and so just bringing the bolster or the blanket across the body. And so finding your position for this, we're going to settle in here for about 2 minutes. starting to wiggle the fingers and the toes, rolling the wrist around. And then we'll go ahead and bend the knees and rolling over onto right or left side and just slowly pushing into that hand and coming to a comfortable seated position. We're going to finish with one of my favorites, legs up the wall. And so for this one, you're going to need a wall. And if you want, you can have a blanket and you can roll it up underneath your neck. You can put this under your low back. Just kind of do what feels good to you. Otherwise, to get into this, and again, we're going to be here for about 2 minutes. You're going to sit nice and close to the wall. And then you're going to roll over onto your side. As you roll over onto the side, you're rolling onto your back. Your legs are going to come up the wall. Palms are going to be open if you want a little bit more of a chest opener. Otherwise, you can bring them down on the belly, on the heart, whatever feels good to you. And again, we'll be here for about 2 minutes to finish out our practice today. And slowly start to bend the knees, bringing the feet to the wall. Again, rolling over to the right or left side, onto your side. Breathing here for just a few breaths. Feeling the blood recirculate throughout the body. And push into your hand that's on the ground, coming up to a comfortable seated position. Hopefully you can kind of feel the benefits of why it's great to restore and relax and renew. So if your Pitta is ever feeling a little out of balance, this is a perfect little sequence to do. So we'll finish though with bringing our palms up together and stopping down at the third eye, trusting your intuition, bringing your hands to your lips, speaking your truth, bringing your hands to heart center, loving yourself. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you.